fifth session of Wednesdays with Women in Tech Maldives. Yes, let's see who and who are here. So I will just read out the names. Yeah, I am Aisha, and we have Nisha, and we have tonight's presenter Shahu, and Abu, Hind, Asla, and Aman is also here tonight. Ando, Anna, Asham, Faru, Fayaz, and Nato is also here. Naura, Tasin, Nakshal, Zigul, Shiam is also here. Okay, so welcome again to the fifth session. So I just would like to highlight about Women in Tech Maldives. Okay, Women in Tech Maldives saki Diviraje science and tech area ga anghen kuddinge baveri bun itruko mihar ule mihunge celebrate kurang adafing non-profit organization. Also we work to work with closely tech professionals ekko tech savvy community build kurang. So ege tech savvy community build kurumuge harmenge mission ge tereng as of me Wednesdays with Women in Tech me. Then first session we had more towards a technical session on security and remote work in IT professionals. Then we came with a general security one for the community. Ege fahu border gende and design session. Then we had a no code session, and tonight we have Shahu. Then I hope all of you have seen her profile. Shahu Boda Miharu Shahuaki Women in Tech co-founder. Then plus more she is studying AI right now, masters. We are actually very proud to see her taking this up. And me Mikahala me session in gathering ready way for Mihiri. So let's start with Shahu. Hello, Shahu.
Okay. Thanks, Aisha. Okay, my session I will try to give a gentle introduction to generative adversarial networks. Since there are people from different backgrounds, I won't go too deep into the technical details. The main target is to give you an overall idea about what a generative adversarial network is. How many of you have heard about GAN before joining this session? You can use the chat feature on here. Okay, for generative fake faces. Yeah, that's one use. Anyone else? Yeah. Okay, don't worry if you haven't heard about it. I'll try to explain what I understand, and what I can say right now is back in 2017, 2016, generative adversarial network was the hottest topic in deep learning. It's still a hot topic even in 2020, and there are a lot of researches going on in this area. In this session, I'll cover what GAN is and how it works, some of the applications, and we will train a DCGAN using TensorFlow. Can you guess if this image is real or fake? You can use the chat feature again. Ishabuni real. Okay. So there's, I think, real fake. Okay. What about this image? Is it real or fake? Bagus. Now one model fake to real to balanda. So I'll go back to this one. Okay. This image is completely fake. It is generated using a generative adversarial network. You might think maybe एक image तो गुड़वागे ने है or eyes ehne ves no mi हम completely generative adversarial network generate को image. I'll show you the website. If you go, this person does not exist website, and if you refresh, each time you refresh, it will generate a completely new image. All these images are generated using a GAN, which is called StyleGAN2 by NVIDIA. If you're curious about how to detect if an image is fake or real, look at the background and the ears or the earrings. Amko unani ane kamfe symmetric in one. Not tafat kong, and there's some weird things going on in the background. Let's see another image. See, by in the right side ka comments kucha, but there's something weird going on. So these are some things you can look for to detect if it is fake or real. And amko earring lava unanya unani ane the earrings tafatuko. You can visit this website and check. Sorry, something is going on. According to Facebook AI director, generative adversarial network is the most interesting idea in machine learning in the last 10 years. But he said this in 2016. So considering that machine learning is a very highly researched area, and like there's some benchmark or some research, remarkable research of the other day. So I think there might be, I don't know, there might be more interesting ideas to him right now. But in 2016, he said GAN is the most interesting idea in machine learning in the last 10 years. It's an exciting and promising class of neural network. It has a lot of possibilities, and there's some chat going on. Okay. GANs have achieved remarkable result. Demeves Penonuhin, this person does not exist. Website covers 2014 ala balairuga mihar style GAN 2 ke result hamawara bodta nangalu for huri, and I'll show performance me progress if in baru mihatanen GANs are used to solve a wide range of problems. I will show you some examples. Misalkan image to image translation. Image to image translation kami wagotiki it transfer the style from one domain to another domain. Misalkan bunanya black and white image color guru set it kanagaping image, we can convert it to a night style image, or sketch a dinima, we can convert it to an image using GAN. Some other example of image-to-image translation is this, converting a summertime image to a winter style, and converting photograph to different painting styles, and zebra to horses, horses to zebras. And another example is text-to-image translation. You can give a text description, and GAN will be able to generate an image that fits this description. Example, if you say this flower is pink and white in color with petals that are pointed on the end, GAN will be able to generate, left hand side, GAN was able to generate a flower that fits the description given. And the application is image in painting. Misalaka destroyed with a part. There are some images part missing. So you can in paint missing parts using GAN. And then video frame prediction. You can predict what will be the next frame given a multiple of frames. This is another application, and I'll show you. I tried some of the GANs, and this one is one of the GAN I tried. Someone in the audience tonight, someone you might all know. So can you guess who this is? Wait, let me play this first. Okay, another one. Ini शायद baiknya yang pertama. So this is a sleuth. FSCAN we can swap faces in an image. Miyaki Terminator in agape video ka meenani Arnold ke face as swap ko meeni kudanai face. So the face blends in pretty well using this scan, as you can see. And in this one also the face blends in pretty well, and with the hair and all. Some more applications of GANs, it is used to generate music, text, and as shown earlier, to transform black and white photographs to colors, and to sketches to color photographs. And GANs benung pure fashion industry gaves misala kapuranya hedumege photo nagafa we can it can generate body size ede body size or on a human pose dinima again will be able to generate different poses. And I think most of you might have heard about the FaceApp, varagina social media guys, varagina share ko for gender swapping misalaka anhem faces, fear faces abada kuru, then aging, tankole muskulikov or young, and expressions change. All these can be done using GAN. I think, I'm not sure, but I think FaceApp also uses some kind of GAN. And GAN is also used for font generation and to transform photos to NM style images, face swapping, then and 3D object generation. Super resolution, misalka low quality images, we can low quality images, high quality, high resolution images badal kureve can benung koke. And to create NM characters. These are some examples. There are a lot more examples. Adi bavaru benung bavaru gen mimi hatanange boy 2014 nu peshiki mufada varkina mihun varkine chi try ko for sebahuri. Then can work kuraga art forger ka art expert expand ko denya misalakan art forger mi ufadani famous and benwani famous painter egge painting the copy koran. So what he does is he's copying this he is creating fake paintings. And then there's the art expert. Art expert me detect kurani if this painting is real or fake. Then for the art forger creates obviously fake images, so art expert can tell easily that it is fake. But since art forger wants to fool the art expert, he gets better and better at creating fake paintings, and he wants to create in paintings that looks exactly like the real one. So art expert has to get better and better detecting fake images. So this is how GANs works. Here the art forger is the generator and the art expert is discriminator. They both work like a game-like thing. These are two neural networks. They both try to outwit each other, and so since they are both trying to get better and better, what we will at the end we will get real looking images, real looking paintings. It is a class of machine learning framework which is consist of two deep networks, as I said, discriminator and generator. Both discriminator and generator gives both neural network. Generator is trying to generate fake data. Then discriminator give masakati to detect if generator generate pura data ki fake to real to. They network with they are both trained simultaneously. We can get goal lucky to generate data that resembles the trained data set on a data set data ya real looking data generate kuromiga maksadiki. So how this work is generator will take a noise vector like a random input and then it generates fake images. And then discriminator input Vani generated fake images and the real images from the data set, and it will output a probability if the image is real or fake. And then there will be a loss function based on this loss. The model will adjust the weights For example, if you want to generate some cat images, generator will generate some cat images, and it will try to generate image real looking cat images as in the data set, and the discriminator will output a probability if the cat from the generated images or in the real images, whether it is real or fake. Then GAN was invented in 2014 by Ian Goodfellow. They trained this to 3 different databases. As you can see, they achieved a really good result on Mnist Dataset. Yeah, and then 2014 balapa actually the the block on Huttas faces block on Huttas 2014 balapa these images this result was remarkable. They considered this as groundbreaking. Then found 2014 feshike mihatana mi face synthesis progress of 2014 to 15 and Mihar me 2018. I think this is style gain Puratama. Egg form Mihar 2019 the style gain 2 as in so style gain 2 the Miyabure's high quality real looking images generate pure. So it has come a long way as lo vara border improve for Mihar Hori fast synthesis using GAN. And 2014 feshing were power GANs GANs plus again the improvement, lot of improvements are there. GAN, DCGAN, cycle GAN, big GAN, style GAN. If you want to go deep into details, I would suggest read research papers of Furatam original GAN paper and then DCGAN, progressive growing GAN, big GAN, and style GAN. And other GANs also if you want. Then me session we will create a DC GAN because aslu GAN boda kuriaragin their DC GAN a lot of other GANs are built on backbone of DC GAN. So mitaga mitaka me slide kamiri DC GAN ke research paper ga architecture di pohorika. What they did was they used a deep convolutional architecture. DCGAN was introduced in 2016 January, and they replaced the pooling layer. If you're familiar with the convolutional layer, convolutional neural network, you know pooling layer. What they did here was they replaced the pooling layer with a straighted convolution for the discriminator, and they used fractional straighted convolution for generator. I'll show you this in the code also later. And then they use batch normalization for both generator and discriminator, and then they remove the fully connected layer for deeper architectures. They use ReLU activation in generator for all layers except for the output, which uses standard, and then leaky ReLU activation in the discriminator for all the layers. This is the architecture of DCGAN given in their research paper. They take an input C and the output, then they reshape to a 4-dimensional tensor. You can see the input is upsampled from 4 by 4 to the 60 by 64 by 64. For example, if you want to train GAN or DCGAN on your own data set, you can use this formula. This follows the classical convolution formula. If you're familiar with the convolutional neural network, you will be familiar with this formula, I guess. You can use this formula to calculate these values, and when you want to try on your own database. So let's यार बोले DC के ट्रेन कुरांगे इन्हें मैं चैट कर शेयर कोलाब लिंक के sorry Aisha ये करने फोन बने yes लिंक उड़वा ले तो बाला बो कैंडा लोड वेचे okay Hindi, since there might be people who are not familiar with Google Colab, प्रथम explain कर देना Google Colab के basics इन्हें तो हदानी प्रथम ही महालान Google Colab कुरिन बेणुं कुरिन ता Jupyter notebooks बेणुं को पूरी करने पासे हवाना के I think there might be some people who are new, so I'll just explain the basics. Google Colab ki Google get tool. My favorite thing about Google Colab is it gives free GPU, and also I think it's very cool. I can run the shell commands inside the Google Colab. So GAN trend kuranya we need to activate GPU. So furutama kama mihar open pindeji amitano runtime magossa. Oh ega kuring I think ne mitaga innane karne ge button to Google Drive ada. You can run without adding to your Google Drives, but add to Google or copy to Google Drive heading copy save one to your Google Drive. And then go to runtime here and change runtime. Since I have already saved this as GPU, hardware as GPU, I think it will be selected GPU for you as well. But mitana kosa hardware ka GPU naga save kurani, and then connect it from here. Me DCGAN naga community TensorFlow website too. I wanted to show the most basic one. Misal kang amila data set එක trend kurang vecha wargi na maguta nagan this me ka benung kurani Mnist Dataset it takes around 15 minutes. Slow internet guys. Furatama Puriyama navela se bavedo. Furatama hinga libraries na import kuranda. Okay. Cell run kurani gotiki you can shift enter to execute a cell, code execute one or to run. And only amitaga meaning arrow button you can click this also to execute this. And mitanang click kolla with our code cell. Code cell which or you can just control M, you can use shortcuts. Text ki miharo meerinando mitanuga for the document purpose you can use the text. Another thing, favorite thing about DCGAN is you can use this to create documents as well. Then shell command linya abadu is furta bainani and exclamation mark Jaha, then you can just do pip install or any other command that it will execute inside the Google Colab. For me, training create the visualize kuram making GIF generate kurati me bands install kuram jehani, so I'll just run this up. Sorry, something is wrong with my internet today. I'm making a slow code anyway. And then the remaining libraries. Then Mitanuga and Mnist Dataset Bedankurat, Mnist Dataset is already included in the TensorFlow, so we don't need to give an if you want to train in a Amil dataset, you could train Kurana. What I do is Google Drive dataset add Koffa. Then Google Drive mount Kurana Gotiki Mitaga side by your the files. Files goes there's a button, mount drive at the AMA. It will ask for the format and it's mounting now. Okay, it will automatically mount and then mount Vima Mitanga side of Fennan drive folders. Then in share pura file with maybe make click kurima. Then Arani Kanenge code there will be a cell SL run kolla run kurima. There will be a link Google Drive access thifa again libed code libunima. Just paste it and paste koffa run as cell execute call again. Data load cof and then we have to reshape and reshape if you want to. No, I think you always have to reshape that data. Then normalize Mikurani. Initially, the image pixels will be in the range from 0 to 55. Normalize Mikurani image pixel intensity -1 to 1 apart. What we are doing is we are dividing it by the standard deviation, the mean that is 127.5. Bit size deep mean misalaka ma board bit size deep and memory outward memory issues so bit size they iruka memory overload no bit size they then this is the model, generator model and discriminator model. Generator model ka mibenu kurani Keras API, and the generator uses a convolutional 2D transport, which is upsampling. Generator model ka dense layer in it will take the input and then batch normalization we banum kurani training process fast kurumasha to stabilize then eba penne do huri haleya except the ema pahuleya ganoniya pahuleya banum mikurani tenach enuniya banum kurani likirelu likirelu making activation function ge bedumaki toward non-linearity to the model. Me model terega there's some arithmetic function which gives the linearity, but the Mnist dataset we are using and many other dataset we use gives non-linearity. So we have to use activation function to add non-linearity. And likiralu beru mikurani likiralu avoids us from the dyne relu issues. Relu masaleki sometimes it neural network dies, so likiralu fixes that issue. And non-linear activation functions that are mihimenani relu tan-h and sigmoid. Then relu is the most widely used activation function in amko GAN ka banum kurani vis relu. And then ahin kina I mean convolution talking about if you have doubt you can use relu. And then you see using strides and paddings, and so I'll show you. If you go deep down, everything is actually matrix multiplication. So let's imagine an image represented as a 5x5 matrix. Imagine me honrani matrix. So this 5x5 matrix, the meanani and we are using a 3x3. Me example we banum kurani 3x3 filter or kernel matrix. This kernel will slide over the image matrix, and we will get a convert feature. This is how the usual convolution layer works. And then the data padding a bank of the padding the wagatiki padding bear nukuranya mihar mitanuga padding a band padding bear nukuranya there is misalaka images ke feature detect kura iruga me matrix e gotado me innani then by faharu me you will miss the center or some features you will miss. So what we are doing is we are adding again we are adding 0. Adding code the padding equals same, that means padding equals 0. And we matrix washa again 0 we will not miss anything in the matrix when we multiply by the kernel or filter. And stride mane ki the distance me kernel window me move kura distance make stride me penani komme 2x2 edam 2 me move kurani. This is how it works. Meaning 0 meaning beruga 0 takeda make it padding. Then any 5x5 matrix image, that is image matrix, and then we are multiplying this with the kernel or feature that is misalaka we want to detect the edges, image edges benukuranya we use a different kind of kernel, and there are a lot of kernels that you can use for different purposes. Then kernel image multiply kurima the resulting matrix mikami pennani. then stride arm ko tigga beenu kurani one ekama ko tang ane image kudapuram beenu vejja ane puratam daya noniya dengul daya ta miga vismi beenu ko community stride to eki we want to one image kudapuran 2 by 28 by 28 I mean fahu output shape aki we madamita mean output shape ka 1 ge maane ki grayscale image ke if this is output kurani color image with Amita again 3 that's red, blue, green. And then generator create kofa then hadan gutiki adi diharam trainer no kuranda kamako from here we will generate a noise image. We are giving a random code 100 number and then we are generating some noise. This is it. And if you want to see the summary, you can execute this generator.summary jahalima. You see the details and I'm going to pull up the architecture and you can plot the models also. Here you can see all the layers. Summary or the model summary and this is the discriminator model. Discriminator model can follow communities nicely. One it outputs a probability yes or no. Discriminator with summary and summary balala bandwidth me. Kuriyaman was a baran vedo me. It is me a bullet issue. Bit size key data read kura we can't huriha moli data set equation so what we are doing is we are giving a bit size so to 56 images to 56 images so then board bit size it doesn't run for me it doesn't run and board data set but if you have the GPU power you can check batch size batch size output then by articles batch size high vima and result but I was not able to test that because collapse you can test Mnist Dataset if you are using an image dataset you can check. Padding kodeni 0 or same padding 0 padding meega deepamini padding equals same egamane ki zero padding henuni and then no padding. We have two options here. So no padding nudifiya, we will lose some features. If you have no problem with that, you can use, but padding zero padding difiya, we can matrix multiply kura you want to miss the center part. And discriminator loss and generator loss both loss calculate kura mi balani how well the discriminator is able to fool the generator. Make optimize ka mi benu kuran edam optimize and learning rate ka both they think was benu kuran same learning rate. Then mithanu ka mi checkpoint save kuranda misalaka gane runtime disconnect vi o internet disconnect vi ehmes ane ada halate dimavege me training medu kandalan je kamuga wanam. If you save the checkpoints, you can reload the checkpoints later and then anika iturangi ti train kurevena ehem bima checkpoint save kurum muhimmi. Then mihar megiti dipa min gotum vejja it will save ane save kurani mige bera drive ka telekashenu ba drive ke bera save kurima wagati ki meeti runtime ni munima me save kuraichi. So if you want to save it in your drive and then organize kuram vejja you can create a folder. What I did was DCGAN Java folder I create kofa miga teregamine and hembima DCGAN ge tereya checkpoint to save kurani. You can side menu goes a copy path hadafa mitanuga paste ves kolle vidana, or you can mean gota vis run kure vidana erum vis sama run one. epoch 50 midani and then we session gavima tankole matindi it will take a lot of time and the default is 50 epochs sahi and iteration kita paharuto miranwan. So let's give 50. Make it training step then make it mikura kame me tano ane train kofa images me save kurani and the checkpoints. So miharu mitanoga ane Miga mi file ka komme epoch ekka save kurana images generate kura images, but salaka ngamila data set ekka war bot data set ekka you are training like 2000 epochs. If you want 2000 epochs, you might not want to save komme epoch ekka benon wedane images generate kura image save kurang ehem vech kamukawana. You can change the code misalaka you can save it every 50 bucks or so. So here, let's create images. Generated images. Generated images folder. Copy Ero mi folder tere save vane koma epoch එක generate kora images. So when hingada train kurama. Me 1 hour session we might have border details and then if you want to learn more you can go to the TensorFlow website also make sunna comments work details you can read. Internet has stable and karne ka muku fast wage it won't take more than 50 it shouldn't take more than 15 minutes. Then mihar me epoch 1 ke ane bara nusak kaddo heri some noise. Okay. So this might take some time. So let's go. I'll show you some images I have trained using DCGAN. Make current DCGAN bandon ko generate ko for images take me huriha model level summer trend ko for few hours from 4 to 6. मैं data set एक ही मैंने वो images other than me here select Simpsons. Simpsons image data set can be around 9,800 images. Then around 200 epochs if I remember correctly, however, trend could not, so that's not a lot. Simpsons data set for Guri Simpsons ke faces, so it's not complicated images. Be more complicated images about for the current result and make a lead for me. Then let's check icons, bird data set ka bird data set ka मैंने हमें कर 229 images. वारा कुड़ data set है बैठो को for me. यार 7 people को comments वाला कम न बफ़े इंगे fashion आप करने के number तक एक कम ये तो और कुछ किया नो देवे करने Mnist की हमारे MS standard basic data set machine learning का बेंकूरा I think we can say this is the hello world equivalent a standard data set we ma हो रही है हम simple तो Mnist dataset again and try currently. So Mnist dataset coming in digits. Birds dataset ka is 229 images and this is हमारा कुड़ा dataset and US around 4 to 6 hours one then train को यहाँ कुड़ा dataset को बस एपा इंगे तो मैं कि birds का मी कोचिक का इंगे वारा बहुरी form में पहले I think this is a very good result compared to the dataset size. And make aslo me train मकसद कभी limited limited computing benum again DCGAN eki dataset inetto perform kurani. So I use good data set, easy data set, complicated data set, then data set kami arts data set ki complicated data set. Internet fast ko din namit niharo ki hisab kan ba. My internet connection is unstable. We mati morani 13 ga. Epis me kan image to. I think Nile has fast internet. Ki hisab ga Nile bolane me. Okay. Mega epochs train iteration through our it will get better and better. Puratam feshirugu huri noise to kodi dot kake gota ikamaku miharu ebba form way like everything are the 3. So the internet issue karne bola huई हमें ना. Sorry, I'm trying to run this inge ikamaku kodakam. This should run, it works. Yeah, I'm trying to show me how to get on a slider. Website and I'll give you one was sorry. Train one thing dakka dena inge me coding try ko for Many samples from the dataset, Simpsons dataset I have used. Bit size I used was 64, and the learning rate key is 0.0002. 250 bucks. How many am I trained ko for me? Input size ka image input size ka bedam koi 128 by 128. And after 250 bucks kamiya ki generative for then me the generative for images pada camera ngal kam pen nahi change ketna me. Me then icons dataset, bird icon dataset, samples dataset of 1000 epochs what it generated. Then querying Mnist Dataset type of 80 epochs after 50 epochs. Then making dataset some samples and mega input size 256 by 256. Bit size 64 same learning rate 1500 epochs maybe a harbor data set in 877 images. Then bit size mega Quimpuni Asumiga Wahaka. Bit size 64 over a Martin testing because Colab keeps crashing due to memory issue. Make me data set Bannon Kogan 1200 epochs ke found generate Kuravun images. So complicated data set Bannon Kurana, Bannon Kurima generate images. It looks interesting. I think there's something pretty about me this, but aslo real looking and all the real data set cover complicated data set bedon kurima real data set icon images take generate and kurevonu mivara konna adi. But I think if I try and tankolekina images bedon of or data set ekka adi kinawagutu train coffee might be able to generate. Then mi data set on m rangalu result liboni miyaki natural scenes whose mountains images mountains trend cool after 750 epochs. This is the result and Tirigani the result I got. This I think is really good compared to me data set is about data set and no 750 epochs and train offer again about no. So medium is I think mountains with a complicated images and on the monarchy kagan kai kalgotakas and bima simple images so and same kind of features or in object take come image again in a which margin the trend stronger result but if you're using more complicated data set, we need to change more data then train let's go back. Here minute 31. I'll show you one more thing, generative model style transfer. Style transfer ki previous kiya the image to image translation. Make a domain ke transfer me kurani a domain ke style and domain. I'll show you. Puratam image choose kurani, then choose kurani style transfer kuram image. Make it for the choose imagine then medium style transfer kurani. This is the generated image. I think it's cool. They want image style many transfer for put the image. This is using a generative model. Since we still have time, I think everyone have heard about the GPT-3 medium of focal karne ko or mashhur with the GPT-3. GPT-3 ka misal if you give a description benunga kunka lepek kam benunga ni build kuram description e dinima egen aba build then plus vara hama Okay. GPT-3 da. So I'll show you GPT-2. GPT-3 adi ini invite only vima. So adi try and kureve. What I will show is GPT-2 banok again text generate kurpa. So let's see. Mega sentence the for generate kurima it will generate sentence complete. It will come up with its own. GPT-2 is of the work and strong. But I didn't have to knock out on this channel one, so it's cool. Here work but improve it, 41 after 141 epochs. You must ever try Kuranta. Anyone else? Yeah, work get there again, one me gong. It inform it, meaning what GPT-2 came up with, I set fire to my house and I went out to see if I could find a way to get out of there. Yeah, sometimes it's very dramatic. Text generation gawaga dakkar gaten kodukku basics kiya dena train warning mandena key natural language processing some basics answer the sentence oh me are even carry we bought a nice coffee. Oh my god. And then let's see sentiment analysis. Oh, words with single lines. This. Yeah, digit India varang puri 49 epochs vinuga 09 then Adi Tura trend Kurim number result was sleeping, but I think 15 goes this is good. Okay. Here checkpoint in any save web. So let's restore. Generate images balang and then hamagani training progress chip peggo to the kamima futam me then generate image in a folder. So let's keep this one. Images and Mitanuga Mihar me em pahoge in generate ko image within the kani box. Because if you want to, let's say you want to see 30 it is first one I pop update. This is the update is by the generative Oracle. You can select any epoch and just see the difference and the progress. Now let's create GIF folder create Quran this image save for the part images and sorry, wrong part. Yeah, may any updates. Furatama fatta iruga ekamaku training progress power me updates and updates and found you can see digits digits say something maybe same image yeah sometimes 8 or 6 confused way karne ke me with 7 1 by common problems GAN misal carbonation gradients discriminate when discriminant doesn't provide enough information provide nukodini generate karne to make progress me halatuga the vanishing gradients masale badimave the mod collapse masale ki mod collapse kami magote ki it generate mami generate kurani in imaging or anunia vara mother subset. I just can miss them the key Mnist Dataset digit generate kurega salaka high karni high generate kuru hame karni high or miss images train kurairuka hamaika few images, it will continue creating only few images, which means the more collapse happen. Then animasaleki it fails to converge. When GAN continues train in the past the point when discriminator is giving completely random feedback, then generator starts to train on joint feedback and the quality may collapse. Making some of the problems. Then the ultimate goal of generative adversarial network key to achieve Nash equilibrium is to generate images that looks exactly as the real images. So the best discriminator can do is randomly guess. Discriminator nane fake to nonia me real to bunan udakuwa bunan nege havara real images ekwe images take generate kurumiga the maqsadiki can the maqsadiki, but this is really hard to achieve. Maybe suale bhai sualinia halam micro sorry phone on Colab or you can just chat. Ando sabani mein or are you training, or if you have any question you can ask. Train one the column with them. Then me train kori. Images to the GIF to the I can show image also. Let's see. GIF. GIF phone the thing up phone to balanda. Download call आएंगे. I share phone में तब So to give a general idea, gentle introduction, comment, and you don't need to know all the technical details. GIF I share on wala. So swali netiya back to Aisha.
Yes, I think Shahu, there is one question which I have seen in the chat.
Oh, Mr. Fatah, Kopa.
Yeah. Yes. There is a question from Nile.
Oh, Kopa.
Where do we find pre-built GANs to mess with?
Oh, okay. Got calling. Style GAN Balamada. Style GAN try koram beranu vedaya. GANs you can find on GitHub. If you search Style GAN 2, what you can do is you can just git clone meeti hama ane git clone korevene mihen half a repository inside this Google Colab. Me get on you can train on top of this. I mean amko by ganta they gives me hard train for models checkpoints, so you can train on top of it or you can just train how you can train also you can check. Okay, some of the GANs you can see from this link. Then for home learning listing of which I can share pre-trained GANs that you can mess up with. So you can try. And so wala ya pa.
Okay, Shahu, I think what we have also been doing is whenever you say a word, just like a lot of others, varabbuda Google thereya ninge. So we have been also discussing Donisha Mulete like from where we can catch on this. So then column made make either participant take a side on assess in Suale. Like Mika learn Kuranya from where do they begin? What resources should they follow?
Okay. So what a fuss say but can understand actually I prefer books, so this book, you can go to d2l.ai website at Diama. This is an interactive book on deep learning. Mega Hamane Coda Ekomiri, it explains pretty well all the details. Screen okay. And another book I prefer is this GANs in Action. This also explains the GAN pretty well. And then what I do is I read the research papers. If you want a deeper understanding, I think reading research papers help. And then if you want to understand the model, then you not straight padding all these things. Me website towards database me link. Wait, let me share this link. Me article gaburi wara ane detail ko expand khodi ko mihuri haitise.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm back up running. I think I shared it privately. Wait. Oh, I've already shared. Okay. Then me kurin dakka dinindo trend ko hori power models taking hori ha models ke data set take kive sama ke Google naga free data sets publicly available data sets. So if you want to train on your own data sets, you can go to Kaggle data sets. They have lots of data sets you can try from. These are all publicly available data sets. Then on a YouTube ko innane Ian Goodfellow get 2016 tutorial GAN. That one was also good. And then in machine learning basic kadanya Coursera innane I forgot the name. Working coding, I think already know about this. Maybe I'm amanna Indian karnenge. I nang hadane tike. Aman share kote man hada huriya. Yeah, except towards data science. I know the nanyam ko on medium ka post kofa. I don't remember Ekamako. If you have paid version, I think you can access paid version with incognito the articles here. But they have some very good articles, yeah, on data science, machine learning, and AI. Aisha, then his
Yes, that's it for now. Then, I just want to highlight Wednesdays with Women in Tech Maldives ke me session tha and we record and upload it to our YouTube channel. Make a Kurindia sessions the best in a session terega me put a videos available one. So me video is available Kurana of that Telegram group when we usually Kura Gadega me upload kofa air link Kulana, so it will be helpful. Then we will have another session also end of this month. Usually every 2 Wednesdays ka harming sessions tammi unnani. So we will have another session also. Then we asked the warang ufavijeka mika session that all of you joined. This is a new area for some of you, of course. Mikala area we want to see like people excel. So thank you everyone for joining. Do check the Telegram group and YouTube channel as well as Twitter. Follow us on Twitter to see like the other sessions. Also, me session ge highlights we have already tweeted. Thank you, Shahu. Thank you, everyone.